Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast with Kevin Harrington and Seth Greene. Kevin Harrington is the inventor of the infomercial, one of the original sharks from the hit TV show Shark Tank, and has generated over $5 billion in TV and digital direct response sales. Seth Greene is the world's first trusted authority on cutting-edge direct response marketing, a best-selling author, and the only 3-time Marketer of the Year nominee. On the podcast, Kevin and Seth interview sharkpreneurs who share straight talk on what it takes to explode your business.
Why do so many businesses struggle while others seem to explode overnight? Do you wish you had the secret to this type of exponential growth? Now, I've scaled more than 20 businesses to over $100 million, and it's not just luck. In my new book with Mark Tim, Mentor to Millions, you'll learn the repeatable framework I use in all my business ventures for massive success. Order at kevinmentor.com and get over $1,000 in bonuses. Head to kevinmentor.com.
Welcome to the Sharkpreneur podcast. This is your co-host, Seth Greene. Today, I've got the good fortune to be joined by Ujwal Velagapudi, the owner of hiByron.com. That's hiByron.com. He is a serial entrepreneur and investor, having bought and sold numerous businesses across multiple industries, including everything from a sports bar to a SaaS platform and an amazing new platform that can help make your business life easier that we're going to talk about today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you so much, Seth. Appreciate it.
All right, so let's go back in time a little bit. How did you get started?
Yeah, so I had my day job right out of school, my entry-level job, and started investing in commercial real estate. And so that really led me to purchase my next couple of properties, and it was just a snowball effect from there. So I wanted to purchase a business. I was lurking around Craigslist because I found a bunch of off-market commercial properties on Craigslist, and so saw that, well, they also sold businesses. So found a business, found a bar, and eventually had purchased it. And that was my first entry into the business world. And it was a pretty high operations heavy, physical business that I needed to get my hands dirty with. But this was all while I still had my day job.
All right, well, congratulations, obviously. So you started in commercial real estate, then you bought the sports bar, which was your first business. What were some of the lessons you learned from that first business?
Honestly, if I had to say what the highest impact for my entrepreneurial journey was, it was that first business, because I didn't have anybody on my side in terms of partners, investors, mentors, anything, cooperators, nobody. So it was just myself that had purchased it, done the due diligence, vetted it, gone through the legal aspect of getting the licensing, getting the actual building up to par, up to code, everything else. And so and also for me in the industry, I've never drank in my life. So I don't know a thing about the alcohol, how to price it, none of that. Even the operations, I can't even pour or make a drink. So just learning the nuances of every single aspect of that business just gave me the confidence to say, you know what, if I can do this from scratch, all these facets of this business with no support whatsoever, and actually successfully operate it and then eventually sell it, you know, I can do anything. So that's truly given me the confidence to do my next purchase, which was a fitness center. And so without that experience and having done the A to Z in that first business, I don't think I'd be here today.
All right, now, how did you manage the businesses and real estate and a full-time job?
Yeah, that was it was pretty hectic at times, but my belief, and down to the core, I still think I'm a pretty lazy guy. So for me, I like to streamline and put in the processes so that ultimately I can do as little as possible on the business. So upon purchasing, I'm there working around the clock, making sure that everything is perfect, everything is set up and with the least amount of manual tasks as possible. So integrating some technology in there. For example, with my bar and the gym, I had video cameras set up. I had all the data in terms of the membership accounts, in terms of the POS, all the financials on my phone. So for my job, I was going out of country 20 to 30% of the year. So I could still monitor everything in my phone. And so that was a huge element, but it was really the streamlined operations and processes throughout. But it took me a good 6 to 12 months, depending on the business, to really get that under um, at a sufficient level where I did have management in place. I did have other people helping me so that I could still work on my day job and then still focus on my other businesses.
Absolutely. What inspires you to start hiByron? And for our folks listening and watching, what is it?
Yeah, so hiByron, it's a virtual assistant platform where it's a 5-year-old SaaS, B2B SaaS company. And it was really started because there really weren't that many players in the market where you could actually go and hire a virtual assistant just like that were already pre-vetted, that were, especially our platform, we are 100% US based, college educated, and have expertise, at least 30+ years as a virtual assistant. So we do all the back-end testing and subject matter testing for every single for every single software that the assistants are an expert in. And we are able to provide that in-house team to the potential customers. So you're able to jump on, request a virtual assistant right off the bat, and you will get paired with an assistant within an hour and a half.
That is absolutely incredible. How do you differentiate yourself? How do you compare to companies like, let's say, Upwork or FreeUp?
Mm-hmm. Right. And so the main difference is that we have the platform online. You know, both of us can do the project management, we can do the messaging, we can send documents, we can do the time tracking all on the platform itself, and it's a great platform. But the main difference is that on all those platforms, it's a two-sided marketplace, whereas for us, we have the team in-house. And so we are doing the vetting already. We are doing the subject matter testing in every single facet that we say that they are an expert in. So if you're looking for a QuickBooks expert or Salesforce expert or an admin that knows Slack, calendars very well, they know how to work Zapier, and they know how to integrate with Trello as your project management tool. So we find an expert in-house that has expertise in all of that. And if we don't, then we'll be upfront about it. Hey, we have matched with somebody that has 80% of the skill sets that you're requiring. And if it's a trainable software, then they can proceed.
What you also, in all your spare time, also have a podcast, the Globaluj.com. What inspired you to start that?
Yeah, so that was really more of a passion project because I just simply love to talk to other entrepreneurs, and I also love to learn about other cultures. So saying, how do I blend the two? And started the Globaluj, where I really speak to entrepreneurs around the world, every single country. And so I'm trying to get to the nitty-gritty details of how do you operate the business in the country that you're operating in, and how is that different because of the personnel, because of the culture, because of the regulations. And through that, I really learn about the world through business.
Your passion is obvious. What do you like best about what you're doing?
I think learning. I think in school, I hated it going to school, but as I've grown up older and older, I just simply love to learn. And so I know that by the time I die, I'll be a jack of all trades and may never be a true expert in one area, but I just want to just touch on everything, and there's just so much to learn. So it's always intriguing me.
Am I allowed to ask how many businesses are in your portfolio now?
So currently just 2. I purchased 5, currently 2, and on my purchase, so in 2021, I'm seeking my next purchase. And
what type of business are you looking at?
So I'm looking at a B2B services company in the range. I've got a detailed set of criteria, but it'll be $500,000 to $2 million in EBITDA, and in the services space that is nationwide, so not geographically constricted, and little client concentration as possible. And there's as far as industry goes, technology, IT services, high skilled labor services, or distribution, wholesale, types of businesses as well.
You've achieved so much success. What's your biggest challenge now?
The biggest challenge now is I would say I've gone through little plateaus where I thought I was doing fine. And that mindset, I think, is inhibiting future growth. So it's just to never plateau again. And I think that's really all based on the mindset, because if you have the mindset, which I think I do now, is to always learn, to always be humble, and there's always something that you can learn from everybody. I think that sort of mindset will allow you to continue to grow and never plateau and say, hey, you know what, I'm complacent. So I think having that desire to always grow.
You've talked about learning multiple times. What are 3 of your favorite books?
I would say the one that made the biggest impact was Millionaire Next Door.
Mm-hmm.
And that was way back in high school. I didn't even know. I think that subconsciously had just stuck with me throughout the years. Love that book. And then How to Win Friends and Influence Others has been kind of like the Bible for me over the years. I've got notes highlighted all over it. I refer back to it all the time, and it's something that I love to actually implement on a weekly basis. And then another book that I just completed, which I thought was absolutely great, is Storyworthy. And it's kind of to share about how to develop your story, how to brand yourself when you're actually speaking. And so I think for more of a tactical element, that's been a great book.
You are a fellow podcaster. What are some of the podcasts you listen to? And you can't say your own.
Yeah. My First Million, that's been a great podcast that I've been listening to quite a bit. Tim Ferriss, there's so many. Got at least 20 plus that I've got.
Well, you've given a couple great examples. For our folks who are watching and listening and want to learn more about hiByron, thank you for correcting me, and everything else that you're doing, where is the best place for them to go to learn more about you and what you're doing?
Yeah, I would say the best place to catch me is actually on Twitter. It's at Ujwal Velagapudi, my full name, or even on LinkedIn. And I'm pretty active on Twitter and engage quite a bit in the business acquisition and business operations world and even commercial real estate. So I can definitely catch me on there.
Awesome. And the virtual assistant platform is hiByron, HIBYRON.com. The podcast is the Globaluj.com. This has been Seth Greene for Sharkpreneur with Ujwal Velagapudi. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much, Seth. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Thanks everybody for watching or listening to our laser focused interview series. We'll see you next time.
Do you need money to fund your idea, product, or service? Are you ready to take your business to the next level, but need capital to get it done? Kevin Harrington has heard more than 50,000 pitches and knows how to help you make the perfect pitch to get the funding for your entrepreneurial dream. He's distilled the process down in his perfect pitch cheat sheet, and it's yours for free. Just text PITCH to him right now at 727-888-2100. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 right now and claim your free perfect pitch cheat sheet. Text PITCH to 727-888-2100 to start funding your dream today.
This show has been produced by Market Domination, LLC. To discover how you can have your own show completely done for you and turn it into a real published book and become the authority in your marketplace, go to www.marketdominationllc.com/podcast offer.